Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, or good night, whatever time of dimension that you are in. This is your host, Chris. Welcome to Interstellar Frequency. Hello, everybody. I can't believe this. I'm actually recording. This has been a long time that I have not been able to. Well, I blame Spotify / Anchor on that one, or whatever the hell they are now, because that's, how my show goes out. They turned around and took it away from me where I can't actually record on the fly anymore, and it's like, damn it, this sucks. And otherwise I would have already had something. And now I have to wait till I get to a studio or something like that in order to do a recording. Damn it. But whatever, you gotta do whatever you gotta do, right? So, hi. It's been a while. It's been a long while. And I have had many other new people that have come to find out what interstellar frequency is about. Let me explain. So, I've been driving this little truck around, and on the back of the truck, there's the nice little, website sitting back there on the back of the truck. And many of those out there driving on a long drive apparently are bored, and they happen to and I see it happen in the mirror every time, and it's kind of funny to watch. And it's like, oh, okay, there's another one. Oh, yep, there's another one. And they're turning around and they're Googling, or pretty much Googling, or inputting in their web browser on their phone or whatever, and they pull up the website. And they're like, what the hell is this? And what is this? It's kind of funny. I thought about, if you're, you listen or something to the show, I thought about putting this on the back of the truck. If you listen to the show, honk 3 times or give me a wave and be like, hey, I don't know. But anyhow, they Google it, and apparently they came to find out what this is about. So those of you that are brand new, hi, I'm Chris. Welcome to the show. And thank you very much for turning around and Googling interstellar frequency. For those of you that have been listening for a long time, maybe you know already, and maybe you don't, and you're going to learn now because I'm going to say it. The reason why my show is called Interstellar Frequency is because of one of two things. Well, yes, one of two things. One is those are both great, and one of my most favorite movies of all time. Interstellar and Frequency. And they both have to do with time in some form or fashion, and loopholes of time. So, therefore, that is how the name Interstellar Frequency came about to exist into my show. Because, yes, it's kind of about time, and time has gone by, but it really hasn't. It has, but it hasn't. So, yes and no. If you were to look at it analytically and be like, linear time, going, yes, okay, it's been a long time since you put out an episode, now you're here all of a sudden you're putting out an episode. Yes, linear time, it's been a long time. For those that all of a sudden just happened to look up the show just now after when this was already posted, hello, thank you for looking it up. And welcome to Interstellar Frequency. And to them, time is much different to those of you that have been with me for a long time. Right now, to them, time has just now started with the show. So, there's that. The other reason behind Interstellar Frequency is because this is an audio frequency production dealing with frequencies. And if you're lost on what I'm talking about and you want to catch up on what I'm talking about, go back and listen to how episode 4, the seance begins. And after the seance is done and over with, you can sit there and listen to and how and why and what the production is behind the scenes, because I go through in great detail talking about it. So there's that. So I want to welcome all you all that are, looking me up while you see this truck driving down the highway, me driving it, and all of a sudden you happen to be bored sitting in the passenger seat of whatever vehicle that you're riding in, and then you see this and you're like, who is this guy? And what are they doing? And why is it on the back of a truck? Well, now you know. Hey, it's like physical, advertisement, and why not? So I threw it up there, and I made it very difficult for those out there. And some of you are smart, man, and I gotta applaud you. And I've seen you do it, and I'm just like, way to go for those of you that were thinking on your feet very fast, because I was driving in one lane and you were in the other lane, and you were sitting in the passenger seat while your driver was driving, and whoever they were, mom, dad, brother, uncle, friend, however. And you quickly saw the back of the truck and decided, I want to know what that is. I'm going to look this up. And you snapped your phone out really fast. And those of you that might have been on an iPhone, of what I could see in my rearview mirror of the truck, and I caught you doing it a couple times. Those of you I have caught doing it, which is cool. And you zoomed in the camera picture really fast to double take and take a picture of the back of the truck of what it says, so you could Google it up, Google it and look up the website. So congratulations. I am writing this and talking to you about it. I applaud you. I'm very proud of you for doing that. And I did that on purpose, honest to God. I did. I was not trying to put myself out there in many, many forms of ways where people could, find me. I made it a little difficult. And yet you can Google it on the website. You could Google Interstellar Frequency and you'll find the show. As long as you, see the M31 galaxy of Andromeda, then you know it's me. Anything else, they came after me. I noticed I Googled me myself a little while ago, and I was like, oh, interesting. There's other interstellar frequencies. Huh. Interesting. They weren't there before, but they are now. Okay, cool. I just thought that was bizarre. So, congratulations, you found me. Especially on how small the lettering is on the back of the truck. So, let me give you a little bit of detail of what's happened and what's going on. Okay, before I go into the little bit of the detail and stuff, I'm just going to back up real quick and, of course, introduce myself. for those of you that are brand new, because I know when this launches, you're going to hear this and you're going to go, what is this? Because it's been a minute since anything's been put out. And I'll explain that. I'll get to that. So who I am is, my name is Chris. And I've created this, show quite some time ago. I think we're going on 3 years at this point now. And I'm a truck driver. And I've been driving truck for over 15 years. God, not in a box truck. An actual semi-tractor trailer. And here I am doing it again in another type of a vehicle, a box truck. And so as time went on, I, ran into a friend that was doing a show, and I ran into another friend that was doing a show, and it developed into this, where I am today. So, with that being said, those of you that are very new and Googled this show, please, by all means, go back and look at a lot of the older episodes there. There's a lot. There's a lot. And listen to some of the stuff there, because it's kind of like a timeline of things that's happened that's led up to where we are today. And what's going on today. So there you have that. Now, fast forward to where we are now. So where we are now is what's been going on is I've been slaving away working for big corporate of Amazon. And yeah, I'm pretty much done with that at this point in time. The thoughts and ideas of where I was going and what was going to happen with that, and what was said out on the streets and working for Amazon as a carrier are falsely talked about. And it's sad, really sad. I do not strictly only work for Amazon. I am a carrier, so I carry anything that needs to be transported from A to B. And obviously at this point in time, gears have switched, which is hence why I am sitting here talking into a microphone and now talking to you. Because when I was working for Amazon, there was no time to do anything except for sleep, say hi to the wife and kids, and go back to work. It was insane. For almost no money to make ends meet. It is just ridiculous. Ridiculous. It reminds me of Harry Potter. Ridiculous! And all of a sudden something very funny comes out. And so I've been jumping through the hoops of Amazon for the last several months, doing things for them to earn a wage a lot higher than what original standard wage was when you first start out working for them. And I understand the economics of where we are in the world today are not the same. But I also understand that one of the reasons why Amazon is so cheap is because I'm the one paying for the fuel to get it from point A to point B, with them booking a contract with me and paying me next to nothing on miles being driven at $1.40 a mile. It is absurd and crazy. I don't know how the world that any other driver would ever book a contract with Amazon at that rate. You can't even feed your family. You cannot pay your rent. You cannot make bills. You could barely make insurance payments. It is insane, the squeezing that Amazon has done to me. And now I have to revert to a different type of tactic. And I suspected it, because if they could get away with paying the least amount of stuff possible, they're going to do it, because Amazon is all about quantity, not quality. Quality doesn't exist anymore in today's world, it seems like. It's all about quantity.
I see a dark green line. I still remember every sleepless night, but in your arms I sleep like a baby. Come hold me tight.
Which is fine if you're a big corporation busting out all kinds of product. Sure, the more the merrier is one of the terms used. Not when you're the little guy, it doesn't work that way. That's what sucks. I am more about service and more about representation and more about satisfaction of a guaranteed customer that they're going to call me again once they get done using me as their carrier, which has happened. And that's how this business has stayed afloat, is because I've had previous brokers contact me and says, hey, we've got another load. We need you to run it. And it's crazy enough that when I have multiple brokers that turned around and called me and said, hey, we have other loads right here. Can you do this? It's like, no, man, I'm all the way over in another state. Oh, shit. And they get upset about it. They're like, damn it. All right, thanks. And then they go about their business trying to find something. Which reminds me about long ago when I was working security. That's how it was, man. It's like, Chris, we really, really, really need you right now. Oh, yeah? What's going on? We need you to cover a post over at this location. Can you do it? Sure. When? Right now. Oh, that's a problem. Why? Well, I got to go walk into the cloning device to clone myself so I can try to get myself replicated so I can have my other self stay here, and I'll send my other self over to you guys. And they're like, shit. Okay, never mind. Forget it. And they didn't even realize I was already working for them. And that's kind of what it's doing with the brokers, the same thing. It's like, wow, thank you. I guess I have made an impression, which is awesome. That's awesome. But so I've been running around handling that, trying to survive in the market of Amazon. And it's not working, and that really sucks. And I'm looking forward to finding out what peak season is going to be like for Christmas and see if that works. We'll see, but I can't guarantee it. On the other hand, though, I'm pretty happy right now is the fact that I'm sitting here recording in a studio. Because it's been a long while, and it sucks that it's taken a long time to do something like this. And I just haven't had the time to do it. And, I would say I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry, because in all reality-wise, yeah, this show has been going on for 3 years and stuff like that. But honest to God, this show is not paying my bills. And so, yeah, I would have a lot of people tell me, well, man, you can monetize and you could do this and do that. No, I don't want to do that. I don't want to have anybody with commercials on what you are hearing. What you're hearing is what I'm controlling, and I want to keep control of that, and I'm going to keep control of that no matter how big this show gets. And if it ever does get big, fine, I don't care. I swear to God, if there's any way possible that I can keep any type of commercial out of the big corporate of Spotify and anybody else that plays my show, and they play a commercial, you guys better let me know, man, because I'm going to be pissed off if they're playing a commercial at any point in time during my show, because it's like, no, this is my show, and nobody needs to be playing any type of commercial during the show except for any commercial that I have created. That's why I pay the money that I pay to have the website that I have, because there's no ads on there. There is not. It is my stuff, and I plan to keep it that way. Kind of like what, Mark Zuckerberg did way back in the day with Facebook. It's like, no, we're not doing ads. And then, he fell into, the corporate side of things and capitalism, and deciding, oh, you know what, we're going to go ahead and do ads. No, I'm not doing it. I don't care how big this shit gets. It's not happening. If I have 100% control over it, it's not happening.
I saw a glimpse of coloring. It knocked me off my feet. I thought I saw a spark in your eyes. Desperately most who will behold. I saw a glimpse of coloring. It knocked me off my feet. I thought I saw a spark in your eyes. Desperately and far away, conquered all my needs. I put all the way aside. I know we can hold on, make it all worthwhile. It's the second round through the long goodbye. And here we are, where fire meets the cold. I'll let you leave, but please come back, 'cause I'll miss you the most of all. Behold, behold.
My Fred and that Interstellar Chris one, they say commercials are evil. Well, maybe they are, but if you leave your work on the best good boy's desker, and well, then you probably better expect he's going to get people to try to get his Fred some more of those money things is, so I can get some more treats. Puppies, even best good boys, cannot live on kibble alone. And the canned dog foods, yeah, they make my poopsters all runny. So we need more treatsters, so you need to go over and subscribe to my new show on Fred's Front Porch Thoughtcast on Patreon. Yeah, I know, he retired it did, so now you're supporting me. Okay, loves and jumps and kisses. Here's Chris again.
What I want, though, is for the time that I've got you here listening to this show, I want you to be able to step out of your world that you're in and listen to mine. And that's my goal in this show of Interstellar Frequencies. You're going to step into the frequency of my domain. And while I have you here, I want you to relax and have a sense of peace, of serenity, and escape the rat race that you're in, that all of us are in at any moment given of time that we have on this planet. So that's why I'm doing what I'm doing and how I'm doing why I'm doing it and the things that I'm doing is because of that. I want you to be able to sit back, chill out for a moment, relax, have a bowl, have a cigarette, have a drink, whatever floats your boat and whatever you do to relax. Close your eyes and listen to what is going on through someone else's eyes for a moment. You know, I think there's a great group band, something about that, and I think it's called Cage the Elephant is one of them. There ain't no rest for the wicked, I think is the name of the song. I could be wrong, I'm not quite sure, but I'm lazy right now and I don't want to look it up on the computer just to be right, and nor do I really care. It's kind of an interesting situation is, yeah, you stepping in someone else's shoes for a moment, and that's what I want you to do, is step in my shoes and hear what's going on. And how do you handle that? And what do you know, what is it that I'm doing to handle that and all that kind of stuff. So I am just so happy though, is the fact that I'm sitting here recording, man. I'm mad. I am so mad with the fact that I'm not able to record like I used to. I used to do those on the fly episodes when I was driving between towers going down the highway. I'd be able to hit the record button, throw some music together with the app and put everything together. And yeah, it wasn't like a full on crazy production studio quality stuff, but I'd be able to talk to you guys still and kind of give you an update kind of thing. And those corporate people that control the application that I'm using to broadcast the show has taken that away from me. So at which point or another, I'm probably going to change some things, and I'm going to end up changing my RSS feed and probably change platforms and change a lot of things. But when I get the time and I look into it and I decide how and where I'm going to go with the idea, because it really it irks my bubble. It really irks my shit that I can't record like I used to. And it's like, damn it. And the phone on top of it won't, I can't use the headset phone like I used to be able to do in the past and choose where I want to do the recording from. Do I do it from the phone or do I do it through a Bluetooth? Well, it doesn't give me that option. It's like, damn it. Maybe it's simple as an application of finding a recording application that I could find that will allow me to choose how I'm going to do the recording, whether it's Bluetooth or the phone's microphone or whatever. No big deal. It's neither here nor there, nor does it matter, or it's just technical, back porch kind of situation about the show. But that's really why I've not been able to do anything, and I haven't been able to record, because that truck has been going down the highway quite a bit. And man, when that truck's going down the highway a lot from point A to point B, I can't sit here and record like I want to and do the show. And damn it, that sucks. But that's okay. You know what? I'll be back, as I always am, and as I always will be. Even though that it's been a long time and everything, and I am recording, but damn, maybe later it would be easier. Maybe. Who knows? Nobody knows. Yeah, I mean, you never know. Anything could happen, There's a famous saying in the California lottery, imagine what a buck could do. Exactly. Imagine what a buck could do. If a buck could turn around and get you millions and $1 million, like, yay, I could do a show every single week, But you can't. And yeah, I was a little burned out I mean, there were times where I was able to come home and I wanted to sit down and do a recording, and I couldn't. I just could not do it. And that sucks. I mean, to be at that point in my life at this point, I know I've been doing this show for a while, and I think about 70, 80, 90, I don't even know how many episodes. I don't even count them. I mean, if anything, they're counting backwards. It's an algorithm thing. So yeah, I haven't really quite done that. And so I don't even know exactly where I stand within the episodes of how many I've done and all that. And it's not no big deal. On the other hand, though, okay, what I can tell you, and I can tell you this, and I'm not going to spoil it too much, but what's coming down the pipeline in the next several months, actually, is going to be some serious storylines, some serious production. And I am looking forward to this. I'm ecstatic about it because it won't be my normal recording and you hearing my voice. You're going to hear, full on production audio type theater experience. And that's truly what I want. That's what I want the show to be, really. It's more of a theater audio experience where you're hearing it. Maybe one day I'll get, a way to figure out how to do storyboard. What is it? I'm having a brain fart. Hold on a minute. I know this one. I know it. Oh my God, help me. The animation YouTube thingy stuff, the storyboarding of writing a story in motion picture. Thank you. God. Wow, I could not pull that out. I was trying to think of motion picture, artwork, and I could not get it. Motion picture. I would really, 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 really like to turn around and have a motion picture artwork where I could put that on YouTube and throw a video out there. But that's in-depth stuff. I'm a sound guy, man. I like sound and I like frequencies. So that's where my favoritism is. And I could see the wavelengths and I could see how they work together and I could tell how the sound sounds. And I enjoy the frequencies. So I'm going to continue to work on that. Someday, somehow, my wish will be fulfilled and I will be able to produce a motion picture in some of the stuff and artwork that I do and have done in the past, and I'll put a video out, and God, I can't wait for that day. And that's going to be fun when I can do that. But as of right now, doing the things that I'm doing, driving the truck and building this business up for my children to be able to have a place to work when they grow up, that's kind of the priority right now. And that's why the show has kind of been on the back burner so much, and I haven't produced anything because I haven't had the time. And that sucks. And, I just don't want to put something out there on the show for you guys unless I'm able to give it 150, 100, 300% of my working capability of making art design, sound design, and throwing all the different little details. And if you're wondering and you're listening to this at this present moment, and you're just now catching it, and you're wondering, what the hell am I talking about? Go back and listen to episode 4, episode 4, and you'll understand what I'm talking about once you get to the behind the scenes situation behind the microphone. Down in the engine room of the show. And I want you guys to experience it. I want you guys to hear it. And I want you to imagine and see in your mind's eye what you're hearing. And that's what I'm trying to tap into. That's what I want. I want you to be able to see that in your mind's eye, whatever production that I'm doing in this show. So that's why when I do take some time to be able to put out a show and it takes a minute to get to you, it's because there's things going on. And yeah, we all have our shit and we all have to do it. And, it will get there and it will get uploaded and you'll get it at some point in time of whatever time of dimension that you're in, that you actually click on it and listen to it, which is why I say what I say in the beginning. But one thing what I can say is I just can't believe how fast time has gone. Literally. I mean, it was like a minute ago it was just summer, and now that's over. The kids are back in school. And it's like, damn it. And I'm kind of bummed out that I wasn't able to take the kiddos out, this year. And I wasn't able to get them out to the beach or, take them out on a long vacation somewhere. And that sucks. That's okay. There'll be another time. It just would have been nice it to be this time because they're so small and little still. Well, they're not. They're medium. They're hobbits. They're not little anymore. They're not like. They're little. They're little babies, but they're growing up so fast, and it's just so surreal. And in a way, that's kind of been what I've been doing, is I've been focusing myself with that and not really anything else of the show or anything else, because I know there's a point that they're going to hit where hanging out with dad is no longer cool. And that sucks. Maybe not. I could be wrong. Maybe they'll still want to hang out with dad as they grow up and get older. But right now they're just like they all have their unique individualities now. Before long ago, within the last 3 years of the show, they were still developing into their personalities. They haven't even really, now each one has a personality and an attitude and an excitement, and oh my God, physically sitting here watching these children grow up and watching every single layer like an onion being pulled back and seeing their development of them becoming an individual person in the world, and still for them to discover themselves. It's really remarkable to watch, and it's beautiful to watch, and damn it, I just wish I can stop the world for a moment and enjoy this moment. Well, I guess you can if you really, really live in the moment, then you've got all the moments in the world, as long as you're living in the moment. Yeah. As I'm sitting here smoking a cigarette, I'm thinking about that. It's like, damn. Yeah, I know. I'm smoking a cigarette. And everybody's like, that's bad for you. You know what? Leave me alone. I'm enjoying this moment that I have. I'm taking a break. What is he doing? He has a cigarette. Oh, he's on break. Leave him alone. Damn right. I'm on break. Leave me alone. And I'm enjoying this damn cigarette. And I will always enjoy it. I'm sorry. It's just not sorry. It's something that I will always have, and that will never go away. And yeah, for some reason I equivalent the cigarette to the moment in time that I'm taking. This is my moment in time of having a cigarette, sitting here pondering my thoughts back and forth through my mind behind the cigarette. Thank you, White Stripe. Anyhow, this has been one hell of a ride, and this has been a unique ride. And for those that have came to listen to the show, or started, because I'm astonished, man. As soon as I slam that on the back of the truck, it's like, wow, there's numbers and they're growing. And there's been an advertisement of my billboard driving down the highway, and people are like, what is that? And they look it up, and all of a sudden there's like more plays. Like, that's cool. Thank you. And thank you for coming and listening to the show and listening to me talk behind a microphone. And hope to God that I don't put you to sleep while you're driving the vehicle. I don't think so, but if it is a little bit making you tired and stuff, then you know what? Save it until when you get home. Put some headphones on and then lay in bed and listen. And listen to me talk as you wander off into dreamland, because I'm really talking to your spirit more than I'm talking to you. And that's okay. Hey, at least if you're able to reach that sign, okay, let's back up. Here we go. If you're able to reach that sense of serenity that you start to fall asleep listening to my voice, somebody could yell, bingo! We've accomplished it. And there you go. That's a good thing. Don't think that that's bad. If you start to feel sleepy while you're listening to my voice, while driving in your car or something like that, for those of you that searched it up on the show and saw it on the back of the truck and looked up the show and then start listening to me and starting to feel like you're sleepy while driving. Okay, maybe it might be a good idea to pause the show and wait until you get to a spot where you can sit down and listen to it and fall asleep in bed. Maybe that would be better for you. But hey, whatever works. I'm not going to, tell you, don't do that, do this, do whatever. If it works for you, great. If you crash because you fell asleep behind the wheel, you should not be driving listening to my show. Wake up. No. Yeah. I'm honored. Thank you. And the reason why I'm honored behind that is your body is telling you, hey, this is what we need to do right now. Especially listening to my voice and you're falling asleep. That means you need to actually sleep. And your body says it's time to shut down. And your subconscious wants to take control and run with whatever it is I'm talking about. And yay, that's a part of rejuvenation. And that's a part of serenity. And you know what that's called? I could tell you what that is. Do you know what that is? I'll tell you. Think about it. What is that? What is that called when you close your eyes and you start to fall asleep at night and you're listening to me behind this show? What is that? That's called peace. That's called serenity. And I don't know about you guys, but for me, I kind of want more of that in the world. And hey, if that's not your vibe and that's not your thing, and you want a chaotic life and all that, I'm pretty sure there's plenty other shows out there for you to go listen to. And I will not be offended by any stretch of the means. You go right ahead and you have fun. For me, that's not this place. This place is the interstellar frequency. You know, kind of like the frequencies of our mind, because everything is frequencies. If you think about it, with the whole entire human brain and how and why and it communicates among its cells and the muscles and the membranes and all of that neural network that it does. What does it do? What does it do? It sends electrical charge frequency. And there it goes. And it travels throughout your body and tells you how to move your arms and legs and breathe and close your eyes. And hey, guess what? You're a human being. Look at that. Made up of billions and billions of cells. So, welcome to Interstellar Frequency. I'll see you guys back next time. Whenever I get back to the starship, that is. So there you have it. This is Interstellar Frequency. End of transmission.
Studio Stargazer. Done.